Oh, this question. Again, this is the indirect method, right? So we're gonna start. I mean, this is just for cash, just for operating activity only. Okay, we're not talking about investing, financing. Okay, this is the operating only, and this is the indirect method. That's why we're gonna start with net income, right? Net income is 182. Okay, we're gonna start with net income, which is here 182. Okay, and then plus minus those adjustments. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, we have 8 adjustment. Okay, so the first adjustment, we have 3 type of adjustment, right? First type of adjustment, those are non-cash operating expense, right? So here we have 2, right? We have this depreciation expenses, amortization expenses. Okay, these are non-cash. We need to add it back. Okay, so we need to add, right? So this is the part. These 2 is positive. We add it. Okay, to the net income. And then we have the second type of adjustment. We don't have those second type of adjustment, gain or losses. Okay, but we have this. Well, we have the loss on sales of cash equivalent, right? Remember, but loss on sales of cash equivalent, it is a cash flow activities, right? It is cash flow activity. Remember this, right? So when you work on the direct method, you need to subtract, right? That's 6. Okay, so this is the cash outflow, right? So total cash and cash equivalent are going to decrease by 6. Remember that, right? So it is a cash flow. It is the cash flow activities, okay, with cash flow, this loss. So this is not the loss we talk about. The loss we talk about, our gain, loss, or gain we talk about is we're dealing with other type of asset, not the cash equivalent. Okay, so that's why this is not not the regular loss and gains. So we don't have the second type of adjustment. Then the third type of adjustment are those changes, right, in the current assets and current liability, which is here, right? You can see already calculated for us, right? So see the changes. Okay, and then we have cash accounts receivable decreased by 12, right? So it could be decreased by 12. So the accounts receivables and assets decrease, you need to plus, right? We need to plus. Okay, and inventory also decreased by 10. Current asset decrease, we need plus, right? We need to add. Okay, accounts payable increase, right? You see this accounts payable increase by 6. Okay, current liability increase, you need to plus. Okay, we plus that. And then the salary payable here decreased by 6. Salary payable, current liability decrease, we need to subtract, right? So this need to subtract, okay, the 6. Okay, and then next one, the interest payable was increased by 5, right? Interest payable, current liability increase, you need a plus, okay, so you need a plus 5. Income tax payable also increased by 5, okay, current liability increased by 5, increase, you need a plus. Okay, so now you just calculate the total here, right? So 182 plus minus, okay, everything here, you can get the net cash flow. It should be the same numbers with the direct method we figured out last time, right? So this is the indirect method. Okay, again, here we have a lot of, it's just very simple questions, right? So you can imagine what if we have, for example, what if we have a deferred tax liability, right? Deferred tax assets. Okay, so remember those also need to be included, right? So deferred tax assets changes, okay, either increase or decrease, right? Or you can want to consider that, you're gonna minus or the plus, okay, deferred tax assets, or similarly for deferred tax liabilities, like that. Any questions so far for the indirect method? Everyone's okay with that indirect method?
Is the loss on sale of cash equivalent an investment activity?
No, this is the operating activities. This is the cash flow operating activities.
But if we were to record the loss on sale of cash equivalent, would it be in the investing activity
No,
segment?
this is not investing. Investing, talk about, no, we're not talking about those. We invest those long-term assets. For example, we purchase equipment, we sold the equipment, right? Those are the cash flow related to the investing. Okay, so this is the cash equivalent. It's not the cash flow for the investing. This is the operating.
Why is it different from like loss of equipment or loss on sale of something else?
Because loss on sales of equipment or loss of sales of land, so that loss is non-cash activities. We didn't pay for the loss, right? We didn't pay for the loss. Instead, we receive a cash payment because we sold our land, for example, at the beginning. Remember, at the beginning, we talked about this. We sold the land, okay? We receive cash, but that cash belonged to the investing activities, okay? But for the cash equivalent, it's different because cash equivalent, remember, this cash equivalent is when we sold the cash equivalent, we have a loss. So that loss affect our cash. Okay, our total cash and the cash equivalent gonna decrease in this case by 6.
It affects
So yeah,
directly.
so that's why this is the operating activity. Remember the direct method when we work on direct method last time, we should include that is one of the cash outflow. Okay, anything else? Okay.